All right. I think I remember how to stream. I'm hoping the volume's right. I think I had it like really high. I don't know. I think reasonably I would have checked this beforehand. But I did not because I am not a reasonable individual. I am quite unreasonable, as you may find. So, Genshin. I have not played this game in a long time. Well, not that long. It hasn't been like a substantial period of time, but it has been a significant amount. Okay, those words are kind of like they're kind of interchangeable in that context. Uh, my point is, it hasn't been that long, but it's been long enough that I'm probably yeah. I was rusty last time. I was rusty the time before that. There's not going to be any improvements. Let's just say there's not going to be any improvements. I'm not going to be like ducking and weaving. I'm gonna get if there's any combat, I'm getting destroyed. We're no longer at the point where I can just kind of like smack an enemy until they go away. And oh, that's the thing that people say they don't like, right? That's like the really that's the okay. Which one am I? Which quest am I actually doing right now? Because I just finished. No, hold on. I, I don't even remember which buttons do which. Is it K? Is it J for journey? Quests. Okay, this is the Archon quest. This is the thing I need to do for. Yeah, we're gonna like is like we did a good job, everyone. Let's go grab some food. Let's grab some grub, gang. At like the at the Applebee's. There was a point in time in which I don't know if this was just an inside joke or if my friend at the time. Oh, he's still my friend. I should say like, my friend at the time. He's still my friend, but at this point in time, he would sometimes bring up jokes about either telling someone, "Oh, there's a huge, just a huge chest here." Okay,
You give, you receive.
okay, that's not really applicable to this situation as we did not really give anything, but it's fine. So my friend would, from what I heard from him, go on either forums or online games, and at least I assume this might this was a while ago. This was a good amount of time. It was a good amount of years ago, so I'm a little rusty on the details. But he had like two jokes, one of which was walking up to random people in video games or like in chat rooms or whatever and saying, "Hey, you remember me? Remember all those times we used to spend down at the malt shop? Oh, we used to eat my fries." And people get really confused because, you know, not only is that person a complete stranger, but you know, like who goes to malt shops? So, and also something about Applebee's gift cards. I forgot how Applebee's gift cards were a pretty big thing. So, I I thought that was really funny. I thought that was hilarious at the time. I still think it's pretty funny. But at the time I thought it was very funny. So, what I would do, there was this one I don't know, like I don't remember what the name of it is exactly. One of those 3D chat room games, way before VR chat. This is a significant amount of time before VR chat. One of those mobile apps where you make an avatar and walk around and talk to people in various lobbies. Very much like what VR chat is, just much less refined. And I had this ugly character, this intentionally ugly character. If you recall that one meme, which is this huge individual.
Work life balance, but I think this is just
Silence. Stop talking. Stop talking. I am speaking. This huge individual saying no, some person was talking to this huge individual in this video game saying, okay, let me restart. Big guy in a game, huge guy wearing like some sort of feminine swimsuit, and someone saying, "You can't wear that. That's for girls." And the big person whose name was Big Chungus saying, "Gender is for smaller, lesser beings." I looked like that guy kind of, just big, unpleasant looking thing. And I would just go into chat rooms where people were pretending to be emo vampires and, kissing each other and whatnot. And I would go in there and start saying, "Hey guys, I got some Applebee's gift cards. You want some? I got a lot of extra Applebee's gift cards. They're antiques. These are some antique Applebee's gift cards I have."
I'm afraid that Wang Sheng's
And they would get very angry
receive guests.
because they were having these very serious, or things that they assumed are very serious, discussions about their vampire clans and whatnot. Because this was, well, I think it was a little after when Twilight was very popular. It was, but vampires were still pretty big at the time. I mean, they always are, but people saying, "I am a Naruto ninja vampire who is also a werewolf and a wizard from Harry Potter, and you're from the Shinigami clan from Bleach, and it's like Romeo and Juliet." And I would just come in and say, "Hey guys, you want to go to Applebee's? You want to go to down to the malt shop like the good old times?" And everyone else looked like these these K-pop, well, not K-pop because I wasn't big at the time. These anime characters, these deviant art looking anime characters.
Unfortunately, Zhongli isn't
And
here
I would just
anymore.
come in as this disgusting
Bank.
thing and I would ruin their art, their immersion, their RP and everything. It was fantastic.
Doesn't the Northland Bank belong to the Fatui? Last time we saw Zhongli was before we went to the Golden House. Do you think he doesn't know about the attack on Liyue? Visiting the Fatui at a time like this could only mean more trouble.
I Who are we talking about again? Who are we speaking of again? Who is this person we are speaking of? Someone's visiting the bad guy group. Uh so the funeral parlor, Zhongli. Zhongli is the Who is Zhongli again? If I were to open my internet, it'd probably show up on chat. I don't know if I want that. I guess we'll find out. I don't remember who Zhongli is.
We had better go and make sure that everything is okay.
I'm pretty sure if I saw I'm pretty sure Zhongli is the guy, right? I could be wrong. I feel like I should know this. I mean, I should know this, but surely this will be remedied quite soon. I don't remember there being this much ambient dialogue. Ah. You're talking to me? Sorry, it's been a while since someone has spoken to me. You literally caught me off guard. I guess that's kind of a joke because he's a guard person. Okay, that's fair enough. Because I was gonna rag on him for saying literally, but I suppose that's fair. But I don't really want to actively socialize with the people here. Uh, who are you? I am the guard here. This is the Northland Bank, which was opened in Liyue by Snezzy Benihana. It's also the only non-local bank here in Liyue. That's about all I know. If you would like to know more, you could talk to the manager. Yes, I would like to speak with the manager, please. Where is the... There, wait. Yeah, okay, there we go. I did not need to talk to that man. I did think it was odd that there would just be a
You call this
goodbye option.
cooperation between harbingers? Cooperation involves communication, you know.
I just, oh yeah, the last time I streamed this, I beat the hell out of this guy. I'd be hoping
Don't
he'd be
take
a
it
little
too
more.
hard, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got
What's
to
with the
skip the
doohickey?
formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Okay, the word chaos has been ruined for me thoroughly for two reasons. One is more, one is the primary reason, but the other one is also a reason. The first one is AI. If you speak to any sort of AI chatbot or any sort of AI in any capacity, they love the word chaos a lot. Like any sort of description or conversation is going to be like, I hope you're ready for some chaos and fun. We're gonna have some chaotic vibes here. I'm just a little bit chaotic. There's so much chaos we could have. Or or if you go to like a VTuber channel, especially Twitch. This is mainly like a Western Twitch thing. Their description will always be like, "Come to my stream for chaos and fun," and it bothered me for some reason. I assumed it was primarily just the fact that it is very frequently used by AI in a way which is, I hope you're ready for some chaos and fun. That's the best way I can explain to you the vibes it gives. Just the articulation of that sentence. But I realized I eventually intuited it, what's the word? No, it's not the right word. What's the right word? Into inter in whatever, doesn't matter at the moment. So I eventually internalized the fact that my problem with the word chaos is that its current usage is very similar to how in early 2000s or 2012 type of area the term random was used. The term chaos is analogous to the word random, or how quirky was used later on. If someone says they're like join for chaos, it's the exact same thing as someone saying I'm so quirky and random. It it's the exact same thing. If someone says join for chaos and fun, they mean they are quirky and random. That's what they mean. That's what it means. It's the same meaning used by the same people. It's not a bad thing, but it has a certain connotations.
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
I still don't know who Zhongli is. I
oh,
saw him and I
harbingers?
who oh this person? Okay. Who's Zhongli again? Senora.
It's you
Signora.
two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it?
Wait, can you tell me what that
Best to
doohickey is,
remember my
please?
name.
What is this thing? What's the point of this? It's like that one meme where it's like that one device that just jumps around, that guy just standing in it, kind of looking at it like he's like looks very amused and his thing's just I'm making hand gestures. It's just this thing. A doohickey is the best way to describe it. It's just jumping, and it's I am tasked with observing the doohickey. That's a doohickey. That's a thingamabob. That's a whatchamacallit.
Ah, right. I
I have
imagine
no
you
idea what
must have been
the
very
volume's probably, yeah, the
heartbroken
volume
when
looks like
such
it's good enough. The
magnificent
volume looks like
gift
it's good
or
enough.
something precious was snatched away away from your friend.
Breathe. Just stay calm. I actually don't remember what that is. This is funny, but I also don't want to be the one to say this. This is cringe. Breathe. Just stay calm. You can do it, Deku. I still have time to take it back.
Get to you. You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements, and our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than you could handle.
Oh yeah, it absolutely was. Yeah, it was.
Might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the Harbingers are here.
So would the other dialogue option would have actually been different? If I would have said keep it calm, would that actually have had a different outcome?
Well, if it isn't
Or would I still have like
peace,
lunged
this is
forward?
our first time seeing each other since Liyue was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
I really this is one of those instances where you'd hope that beating someone in a boss fight would cause them some sort of significant turmoil. That's that. I talked about this at length last stream, but I really don't like it when you beat someone in a game and nothing happens. Like there's a reason. It's not a point. It wasn't a pointless battle by any means. I fully understand and see why the battle happened. However, it feels like nothing really came from it. Like I understand why the battle happened, but it feels like there should have been some more consequences for him for losing.
Paimon knew that we should never have trusted a Fatui Harbinger.
I do understand, from what I understand, we did set their plans back a decent amount. But I want to see this guy cry. I'd like to think that if you beat someone in a fight, like he should be missing an arm or something. He should be significantly. I think I'm using the word significantly a lot. I think I've used that a lot, like a lot more than I usually do. I feel like this person should be out of the picture for a little bit. He should be like I almost said significantly again. I'm trying to not say like, and I guess I'm falling on the crutch of significantly. There should be a like in this scene, he should be clutching like broken bones, barely holding it together. Like you, I'll get you next time. Like full of spite, just totally broken, or at least partially broken. He can recover by the next time you see him, but I would like it that if I see this guy here, he's visibly torn down a little. But that's not shown here. He looks totally fine.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally. Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end. Nothing personal. We just have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me.
Your
But
forehead is huge. Look at how tall this head is. Look at all that space. This guy's Yakub. This man is Yakub. He created the white race, actually. This guy right here.
the real deceivers here are Senora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
Zhongli? Who's Zhongli again?
I think
Stop wasting time, child.
I was hoping he was caught in something.
I'm through here.
Can you take your shirt off, please?
You remember the agreement, Morax.
Who is
If you'd
Morax?
be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Who is Morax? Who is this Marvel alien? That's like a scroll, no, not a scroll name, but it sounds like the name of a Marvel alien. I couldn't tell you like which race off the top of my head. I had to look. Maybe Skrull, maybe Shi'ar. I'm pretty sure Shi'ar don't have a name like that. Either Skrull or Shi'ar, one of the two. No, I don't think Kree. I don't think Kree would have a name like that. Baby though. They usually have like more hyphens in them, the Kree names. Gnosis.
What are you talking about?
That's Zhongli. I was right the first time. Do you think he applies? Is that eyeliner like just part of his skin, or do you think he applies it every day?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid as stone.
You know what I'm thinking right now? This guy should have a YouTube channel where he reads creepypastas. That would be so good. That would be fantastic. This guy is a creepypasta voice. That's a doohickey. It looks like a different art style. For some reason, seeing that thing next to Paimon. So Zhongli is actually Rex Lapis? I mean, I did have my suspicions.
So you're the Lord of Geo?
Neo Geo?
That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I got spoiled on that when I looked up the lore, so I'm not really like, ooh.
I
Oh
do
my
not give it
gosh!
for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I would love to hear this guy narrate creepypasta. That would be so good. Let's start listening to. I listen to creepypasta in like bursts, mainly like Dark Somnium. Dark Somnium's like really good. Like I'll binge listen to a bunch of creepypasta videos. Just go through a whole bunch of them. Usually, you know, well, not all of them. I go through the ones that look interesting to me because some of them are. There's certain genres certain types of stories that I just find to be rather boring or annoying or a mixture of the both. But it's been a while since I've listened to them. I could probably go back and there's probably be a significant cat. I also do that with DGR videos. Last year was a DGR binge. I was like his like top 0.1% of DGR watchers. He's like my number one channel last year. Why did you feign your death? Yeah, I actually do want to know that.
A little bit too far with that whole fake death thing. Everyone was preparing the ceremony for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Lyric goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
This is a new voice actress, right? She's pretty good. She's pretty good. I like the previous one, but this one's also pretty good.
Gathering all the forces that had been
Seriously, what is this thing?
behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see. Am I right?
I wasn't listening. I was you might think I'd be looking at like something else. I'm looking at this thing. This thing is distracting me like quite a lot. What is the point of this? Is this like her weapon? Is this some sort of magical device? I think all the forces have been bubbling behind the scenes. Oh, so that was so he wanted to fake his death to get everyone on edge so they were prepared for the Fatui attack.
Wait, what?
I mean, that would make sense, I
Perhaps
guess.
it's best that I explain. As you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti.
I have some Weihenstefaner, Hef Weissbier. I already drank most of it, but I probably mispronounced every single word of that. I was like, oh yeah, I was gonna say I gotta hear this guy narrate like Jeff the Killer. Like, imagine just total serious. And then a thing of bleach was taken out. I can't remember any actual lines. That's the only one I can remember at the top of my head.
Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come.
Speaking of whirlpools, I'm actually building a few Pokemon decks. The one I'm currently furthest along on is a Sea King deck, and one of the Goldines has the attack Whirlpool. That's just what reminded me of that. It's Sea King and Luminion primarily.
Until one drizzly day, as I was strolling along the heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day."
So is that like, because I know in Romance of the Three Kingdoms, there's a reoccurring trope, reoccurring narrative beat where an advisor will approach one of the leaders, like a general or whoever. Well, not general, like like someone on the level of like Tao Tao or whatever. Either someone will approach him with this information, or they will be perusing the streets and come across like some children singing a nursery rhyme, and the nursery rhyme will seemingly be directly related to current events or predict future events. And they'll say, "Wow, this is a serious omen. We must act accordingly." The idea that things you hear in passing can be omens that will are trying to tell you certain things about how you should act, I assume
I
is
stood
the concept
motionless
here.
among the crowds, asking myself, have
It's a
I
little different.
finished
It's
my
definitely
duties?
different. I think the idea is that the idea of children being more in tune with the supernatural, which is pretty common across a bunch of cultures. The idea that somehow subconsciously they got this idea of what will happen in the future and they're repeating it, and therefore you have to take it seriously.
Oh, Zhongli.
I'm hoping this isn't duplicated now that I think about it. Is the audio being duplicated would be rather desktop audio. If I mute this. Okay, it's not hold on. Or is there desktop audio too? It's gonna be really loud for a little bit. If I just like start muting these things, what if I do this? It might be. There's a possibility I might have been like overshadowed by a bunch of other things. That would be really embarrassing. That would be embarrassing.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart. Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age?
Actually,
I
what
decided
did I
that
give?
a test was needed.
Shut up!
In order
Stop!
to
This is
reveal
my
my
stream.
true
Shut up! Mods ban that guy. I don't have any mods. That's the joke. One of the things I got for Christmas was like like I'm trying to wean myself off this single player board game called The Legend of You, which is apparently related to some individual named Yu, like YU, who was able to irrigate or like he was able to like prevent the Yellow River from flooding and wiping out what would eventually become China.
So I feigned my own death.
Or like the
Someone
culture, like
gathered
the
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 cast of Child,
civilization that would eventually
and the Liyue
take
chiefs to play their roles together.
because there
in
were
a
other
strange
cultures in the
festival.
area. Like I haven't played it yet. I might try to play it like tomorrow or something.
That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the Gnosis until now.
I mostly understand what's going on, but not entirely.
Chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and
Chaos.
use your divine power
Chaos
to
and
back
fun.
control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him, too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
In the end, the
Batman.
resolution to
Batman.
undergo this
Batman.
transformation was even more satisfactory than I
Batman.
had hoped for.
It's like Batman! Batman!
Take the Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people. Credit is also due to Signora, the
Kingdom
emissary
Hearts.
dispatched by the Cryo-Archon to fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Child.
Wait, so what? What? Huh? Okay, am I supposed to know what this means? Or is the next line going to be, what? There was a contract between you two? What?
This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liu in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out.
No, I guess I'm supposed to.
There is only one thing that I had not anticipated.
I'm supposed to
And that
know.
was the conduct of the Liu Qixing.
I'm I I'm supposed to. It's on me, the fact that I don't know the contract that this guy had with the Ice Adepti, and how Signora coming in here somehow was like a good thing, even though she's a bad person who's trying to collect all these magic artifacts to take over the world for some evil ice goddess. And Child was somehow also like on her side and trying to get the thing for her, but also kind of like subterfuging. He was also what's the word? I don't really
I
care.
had expected them to do no more than the Adepti.
I do care. I'm still thinking
Come to
about
the
it.
defense of Liu. When all was said
Insert,
and
not
done,
insurrection. No, not subvert. Not treason. I'm not gonna think. I'm not. It's not. It's not coming. It's not coming. I'm still thinking about it.
they seized the opportunity to supplant Liu as divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liu.
So she's talking about the cheese thing, right? Okay, so you're saying the people.
That doesn't sound good at all.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I don't feel bad for you at all. As I said, I think you should be down one limb at least. Like that leg gone.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate.
He should be
You
sitting in a
certainly played no
wheelbarrow.
small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down.
Don't say
The
chaos
Lord
again.
of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't created the pressure of a battle between mortals, Adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liu, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
What the hell are you talking about, lady? What are you talking about? The coal resting in the hands of the Geo Archon. So, I guess okay. She's saying if you had not created this huge event, the people of Leeway would have not banded together in a way which caused them to become strengthened. Like you, by playing the role of the villain, forced everyone to step up as the hero, kind of thing.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
I just want to see him humiliated.
Hey, haven't you learned the Leo is saying, don't always call it as you see it?
Actually, that's a Boston saying. Probably.
Then, with the
Someone in
Gnosis
Boston's
my
probably said that at
possession,
some
I
point.
have no use for such idle chatter.
So, okay, but why?
Return to Zappolyarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa.
Okay, yeah, but
My
like,
child.
yeah, but like, why are we giving her? Why are we giving her the artifact that will let her kill everyone? Like, what? Why are we doing that? That's the thing I don't understand. I understand how like the good thing is that all of it made everyone stronger in the end, and somehow it was all predestined, I guess. Or it was all planned somehow. But why are we also just handing over the magical artifact? Like, isn't that's the worst case? That's what all of this was done to prevent, right? That's the one thing we didn't want. It's like, yes, I guess it's like story wise it has to happen. Story wise the villain has to eventually get all the in one of these things where a villain has a plan that either has a countdown or requires them to collect everything. It's like Infinity War. Spoilers, I guess, for the comic and the movie. For one of these type of stories where a villain has to collect everything, or they have to like get something to 100%, like a timer or whatever, they have to get everything ready. They have to accomplish this goal or get almost there. Usually it's either the hero stops them before it happens, but from what I understand, typically what writers go for is the villain achieves their goal, they achieve their ultimate power, and the hero still takes them down. And that part is really hard to write. Sometimes it can be very the fact that the villain is defeated at their ultimate power can be a lot more satisfying, but other times it can feel very contrived where like if it's not handled properly, it makes it feel like the villain acquiring this ultimate power was never that big of a deal because the hero could have just beaten them anyways. Like, oh, they're actually not that strong because ideally they'd be like practically invincible, but they have like one thing they forget about, like Aladdin, where Jafar becomes the genie, but he has ultimate power. By all means, he won. But then the catch is that he didn't take into account the fact that a genie is still bound to the lamp. It's still bound by the rules of a genie, so he's able to be defeated in that way.
Fine.
Actually, I've not seen
I'll
Aladdin.
meet you there later.
I've actually not
Just
seen
don't
Aladdin. I
know
hope
what
I'm right
lights
about
me.
that. I feel like I've seen the ending in like a dentist office.
Do as you
Also,
wish.
gay. Not as like it's fine, but I'm saying it as an insult against this guy in particular.
Now then, is there anything else you wish to ask me?
Who is Maxon? Who is Maxor or whatever Mazok? Who is that person? Who is the scroll and or Shiar? Or maybe Spartax. I don't really know what Spartax. I only learned recently that apparently Spartax evolved from the Shi'ar. They look exactly like humans, like exactly. But apparently they're more related to the Shi'ar than they are to humans, which I thought was actually pretty interesting. It's a lot more interesting than it would be if it was just, oh yeah, the Spartax are just like they're just a clan of humans that went off to space and founded their own empire. And that's cool for like the intergalactic Wakandan empire. It's cool for that, but it wouldn't be cool for Spartax if it was just, oh yeah, they just left Earth and did their own thing. It's pretty cool that they left the. I assume they like branched off from the Shi'ar and ended up becoming their own thing. Probably maybe earlier on the evolutionary. I don't know. I only know most of my information about the Shi'ar comes from the X-Men novels. Okay, these are the same question, so I don't have to worry too much.
As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
So okay, that puts so there was a trade. So what they're saying is the story is here is that Rex Lapis had a deal with the Tsarista. The Geo Archon had something with the Cryo Archon, and they wanted to they exchange something. But he saw an opportunity to strengthen Liyue out of it, to get like more out of it from this. So he faked his death, and they staged this huge thing where it was the Fatui coming in to steal their stuff and take over and whatnot. And all the heroes had to band together to defeat them. So as far as they know, Rex Lapis died. The Fatui stole the Gnosis, if they even know what a Gnosis is. They might just think that he stole an artifact, perhaps. Or maybe they don't even know about that and just thought they tried to, like one of the rogue agents or whatever, tried to take over. But in reality, Rex Lapis is still alive, Liyue got strengthened, and the trade happened.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Boy, what are you talking about? 3 exclamation points. I'm on your side, Paimon.
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts.
Contract with the Dark Abyss. He's a
Deals of no
DDD.
benefit.
Different
I
dimension
certainly would not be
demon.
inclined to agree to it.
Bro's gonna Pendulum Shokan, Yugo Shokan, Link Shokan, Synchro Shokan, Ikshi's Shokan. Bro might even get quirky and Gishki Shokan. There's a ritual DDD. I don't think anyone uses it. They use every summoning method. I don't think I don't think anyone actually uses the ritual DDD, right? I don't think they do.
My agreement with the Cryo Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
I finally got some ritual cards for Rush Duel. Because I have a few decks. A friend got me a bunch of Rush Duel cards from Japan, like a ton of them, and I was able to build a Woolly Wonderland deck just from the cards that he got me, it was pretty awesome. And also, I was able to get cards to buff up my high tech dragon deck, which is it's still not great. That's it, but it's fine. It's fine because it's one of those decks where it's just not great in the way it's built right now. Not in the way that I built. Mine is like optimized. Mine's fully optimized as far as my understanding. As far as a pure high tech dragon deck can be, it's fairly optimized. Like it's pure. It's pure high tech dragon. Um, the problem is there's not really. It's one of those things where the problem is that the archetype needs better cards. We just don't have the good cards. We're starting to maybe slowly get better cards, which is good because we did get the was it Violet Scale Enhanced Blast Dragon and Lightwave Grand Dragon, Rebuildra, and Flash Memory Fusion were the new cards. Um, Also, I ended up learning that they made because I also have a legend deck based around Emerald Dragon, which is a bunch of dragons and like legend support in there. Because Emerald Dragon is a legend card in Rush Duel, which means you can only have like one of them. You can only have one legend spell, one legend trap, one legend monster. And there are cards that support legend cards. It's like its own type. And there's like a whole archetype. There's like legend priest, grand legend priest, and now was it like legend lineage priest, and also like saber and magician. So priest, saber, and magician, there's like three of each of them. There's like a level 4 or level 3 or 4, a level 8 I think, or level 8 or 7, and then a level 10 ritual that just came out. And they have their own ritual spells. I don't know if there's like one for priest. I know there's a magician and a saber ritual monster. And I found out that I actually got 2 ritual spells and 1 ritual monster for Legend Lineage Magician. Which is pretty exciting because normally in regular Yu-Gi-Oh, if you only had if you had one ritual monster and two ritual spells, like if you only had one ritual monster, usually that'd be very not ideal because you have to have the ritual monster in your hand to summon it. But in Rush Duel, ritual monsters are extra deck monsters, which is insane. It's crazy. It's a huge changes everything. So now my Emerald Dragon Legend deck it's gonna be a ritual deck. I ordered a few more cards, but it's gonna be a ritual deck. Well, it's gonna have ritual capabilities. Because the stipulation for the ritual spell for the Legend Lineage Magician, I think it's called Legend Possessed. I think that's the ritual spell. The stipulation for that card is that you can only use legend monsters as materials for the ritual summon of Legend Lineage Magician. Now, normally that would be a problem because you can, as I said, you can only have one legend monster in your deck. But there's a lot of cards like Legend Priest, Grand Legend Priest, Legend Lineage. Well, not Legend Lineage, but like the Legend Priest, Saber, and Magician cards treat themselves as legend cards while in the hand. So you want as like a bunch of those cards to have in hand to use as material to summon Legend Lineage Magician or Legend Lineage Saber or Legend Lineage Priest if it exists.
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales,
I'm really excited about that.
uncover that answer for yourself in your future
Oh,
days.
that's okay. Actually, I'm not actually upset about that. I don't know. I feel like I should be. I feel like part of me is, but also like, yeah, that's fine. I guess. I understand what happened, and I think that's I'm fine with that at least. If I left this not knowing what happened at all, which I was expecting, I was fully expecting to not know what the outcome was and just kind of leave confused. But I feel like I have a good grasp of what happened here actually. Maybe like an animation or
Today's the
something.
day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Yeah, High Tech Dragon is one of those. I still haven't seen Go Rush. I've seen Sevens, and I did like Sevens. I thought Sevens was very funny. It definitely felt a lot more like a kids show than the other series. Um, I thought that was a text to speech, and I remember I don't have text to speech set up, and I'm looking at chat, and there's no one there. It's like because I was like, oh man, I got never mind. I was confused. I think no, there was a disconnect because I thought I heard text to speech, and I was like, wait, there's no chat. How's that possible? And also, how is that possible? Because I don't have it on. Yeah, so High Tech Dragon is an anime deck in the in Go Rush, and it's used by I don't remember her name. I don't remember. It's like some one of the Goha kids because apparently Yuga Goha from the main character of Sevens. I guess presumably he's I guess he's the only Yu-Gi-Oh protagonist to canonically have sex. If that those are actually his descendants, which would be interesting. It'd be it's a wild prospect. It's a crazy prospect. But anyways, as I was saying, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she's the character who uses high tech dragons is a prominent character in the anime. And as is typical with anime archetypes, there's a lot more cards than typical. And a lot of the cards happen to be um a lot of anime cards happen to have a lot of situational uses. The best example I can think of off the top of my head of an anime card would be the burst flame return or something like that. The one that's related to Burst Lady, Burstinatrix, the elemental hero card that returns Burst Lady. I cannot bring myself to say Burstinatrix. It returns Burst Lady to the hand. No, no, never mind. If you have Burst Lady on your field, you use that spell card to return all your other elemental hero cards to your hand. Something along those lines. It makes no sense. It's a really bad card. The uses for it are very, very, very situational. Why do you ever want to just return all your monsters to your hand? It has no synergy with the elemental hero playstyle whatsoever. If it was Mist Valley, it might be good. Because a lot of those, if it was Mist Valley and it had some way of guaranteeing you have Sacred Winds on the field, or perhaps like Spirits, if it was Mist Valley, Yosenju, or Spirit like support, it would make sense. But it's Elemental Hero support, and you don't want to return your Elemental Heroes to the hand. The reason why that is because it was an anime duel where all the elemental heroes are affected by Maiden in Love, which is a card that actually got printed fairly recently. I think it was last year. And that card puts counters. I don't know what the actual card does. And the anime version puts counters on your opponent's monsters. Do I have like a Duolingo thing or something? I got something from Duolingo. I don't remember what it was. I don't remember what I got from that. I have the Burger King thing. I don't know if I want to get rid of that. That's like I can ascend. Ooh. Wait, Ascension Quest though. I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I'm a little nervous. So in the anime, um oh yeah, she took control of all of his elemental hero monsters with Maiden in Love. So Burst Lady was able to return all of them on the field. Maybe it affects like ones your opponent controls too, and that's the way it worked. I don't remember exactly, but it's a very bad card that was only it was used once in the anime as a booty pull card just made up out of nowhere for that specific situation to solve that specific problem that never came up again. That's what a lot of anime decks, especially protagonist decks, have a lot of cards like that. And sometimes they're bad for a good amount of time because they're not streamlined in any reasonable way. They just release cards as they would be effective in the anime situations and not necessarily how they'd be effective in real life. And that's how some decks that are used by side characters will end up being more powerful than decks that are used by prominent characters because sometimes I feel like they build the decks for side characters before they make the series. Before they show up in the anime or whatever, they make the deck ahead of time, and then they just decided we can give this to this character or whatever. We can show this off in this episode, and then they like shape the protagonist deck around the other deck they want to show off. So like they like for example they want to show off the Maiden in Love cards, even though they didn't come out
You
until like
know
a
that
long,
God's
long time after that
punishment
was made.
just shown up out of nowhere. I mean, it's been 2,000 years since Rex Lapis subdued it.
Like they'll like have an episode where they show off an archetype, like a new archetype, and they'll have to like warp the protagonist deck in order to counter it at some point. Usually not at the start because they want the villain like almost win, and then the hero comes back, and they'll have to like usually invent some card specifically to allow them to make a comeback. And then that card gets printed, and it's useless because it's only valid. It's only actually useful in some very super convoluted anime situation, which will never happen in real life. So a lot of those like anime protagonist decks are full of garbage cards, and they don't really get good until after the anime is done, like that anime series is done, and they have to go back and retroactively make support for the archetype. to actually say, okay, let's actually just try to make a play style for this that isn't just anime stuff. Like I'm pretty like Seven's Road, I'm pretty sure wasn't really that good for a while. Like it's they got a lot more support after the anime. It's actually like decent. Like Black Magician is also like maybe okay, maybe not a good example. I guess Elemental Heroes are a good example where there's a like you don't use most of the early Elemental Hero cards. Like a lot of the cards are in the anime you don't use. Like you're gonna use like Solid and Liquid Soldier. You're not gonna be using Bubble Man, you know?
Yes, and to think that this happened right on the heels of the incident with Rex Lapis, too.
Say, do you think the person who assassinated our lord and released that evil god might have been one and the same?
What kind of awesome is this? This is Fisherman Uncle Gao. What kind of awesome is this? This is Genshin Impact Uncle Gao.
Now that you mention it, that's very possible. Yes, it's very possible indeed.
This guy put I the voice is very cheesy, but I also feel like this guy put a lot of effort into this voice, like a lot more than you'd expect for someone who's voicing like a random NPC. Like it's not really a random NPC. I guess they do have like a part in the main story missions. I
And
guess
it
that
all fits together. That person must have colluded with the evil god to harm Rex Lapis. Oh, that wicked, black-hearted scoundrel.
but I'm a
What sort
child.
of supernatural prowess must this person possess to be able to do such things? I have never heard of such a person in all my years.
I think the thing that's throwing me off is the fact that these two people sound complete like they're from completely different nations.
Ah, forget it. Guessing's no use to us. Look, the Millilith over there looks like he's about to make an announcement. Let's hear what the Ministry of Civil Affairs has to say first.
This guy sounds like he's from like some posh part of Britain. And this guy sounds like he's from or maybe America, maybe like you know like the East Coast. I don't know. And this guy sounds like he's from like like Montana or something. This is Uncle Gao.
Oh, well, since we're going through with this rite of parting, I guess it means that those rumors hit the nail on the head.
died, Joe. Joe. Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. It's Bigfoot. We found him.
So Rex Lapis is really... But they didn't catch the culprit, did they? Oh, come on. Do you think that the assassin could have been a normal person? You know what I think. I don't think any of the gossip on the streets you hear from those shady types is worth anything.
Yeah, don't listen to what you're hearing on 4chan
There's only one real possibility
or
in my
Twitter.
mind. I've heard that
Where do
the
people
assassin was
gossip
that
the most?
Fatui fellow. Youngish, pretty
Reddit?
rank.
I don't know.
I think they call
I don't
him
use
Giant.
Reddit.
Fatui?
I'd say probably
They certainly
4chan.
are very suspicious. Who knows what those greedy, crooked folks...
Not the most, but I mean, they let their gossip. Maybe Kiwi Farms. I don't know. So that's considered like a gossip board, right?
Shh! Lower your voice.
I don't use that
They
either.
catch you in their sights.
I don't think I've ever been on that site. I'm like
Protect you
maybe
this
like
time.
once. I don't think so though. Maybe not. I think I saw like one like there was like some event that happened like years ago. Like I looked at like some thread about someone. I think it was like someone said, "Oh man, you gotta check this out" or something, and I looked at it and I was like, "I don't get it." And that was it. I think that was it. I forgot who it was. I forgot like it was some like big person was having some like huge like public thing. It was like I don't know, like 2016, 2018, I don't know, somewhere around that time. Was I talking about before this? This guy's feet are small. Wrench Wang? It's a command. That's not a name, that's a command. Yeah, he's got a dubious mustache. His feet are they're like average, if not slightly small. I wasn't really paying attention to anything they were saying either. I guess it was I guess it's about gossip and that threw me off.
Hear ye all!
This guy's facial hair looks better. I like this guy's character design
Dragon
actually.
soars ageless as the mountains. It too must return to dust. This is common knowledge.
It's common knowledge. Everyone knows this. Everyone knows this.
Gods and Adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season.
I want to see a close up of this
So
guy. I want to get a
too
good
must
idea
they
of like his
face
character design.
divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets.
He looks
that
like very
Rex Lapis
pixelated right
was
now.
murdered. Now,
It looks even
the
more
truth
pixelated
will
on
be
stream.
revealed. Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened.
So did he like tell you this? Like, I mean, I believe this guy.
Nor are they to believe street-born
No, not that
rumors
kind of,
or
not that kind of
rumors
close up. I want to see
or
his face.
speculation.
He doesn't have a mustache. He's got some good character design. It.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
They said that Rex Lapis died because of a divine trial.
So that's how they're spinning it.
Yeah, it's how the fake news.
Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot.
Imagine like okay, imagine like the Chi Sing and the Adepti and kind of like forming their own like political parties eventually, where people are like either pro Adepti or pro Chi Sing, and they have like two different like newspaper companies. Like it's just the Adepti spin.
The Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
I think you've hit the bullseye this time.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the
Do
way to
bulls
find
exist
out
in this
now.
universe?
Let's go
I'm pretty sure they do. I think I've seen a cow in this game. I think I've seen a few cows. I'm pretty sure cows exist in this game, in this world. Because there's a cow girl, and I feel we could. Then maybe it's like wait. If you see someone who looks identical to you, run away and hide. Oh man, that's. I think I was saying something before this. Before I got rudely interrupted. I was saying something very important and interesting.
Are they saying something? Are there speeches over?
They're just standing there. They've been
As
standing
said
there.
Previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract, and it is also the end of an era.
There's something inherently funny about her voice, and I can't tell you what it is.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
I also kind of like this guy's character design. These two guys look fine. I like these guys. Hey, these are some good-looking NPCs here. This is a good line of NPCs.
We, the people of Liyue,
Like her hair looks
did
great. Like these two look great.
but blinded by our prosperity, we forgot that time can be pitiless.
Well, didn't we talk to her? She was like in the story, wasn't she?
The long
Isn't she like an Adepti?
Archon walking among us.
Yeah, it's not funny anymore. I should. King.
Now that we have awoken from our dream,
Yeah, we've met all these guys. I guess that makes
must learn
sense.
to say farewell.
Was this guy was the guy who was selling this guy was the guy who was selling like emeralds, right? Or jade? I think it was jade. Yeah, this is like the jade merchant.
Will you stand with us as we reestablish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So
And-
the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan.
So what you huh?
Does Her Eminence the Yuhang have anything to add?
Oh, look at her. Ooh. Make her a character.
Huh? Is she looking this way? Traveler.
Yeah.
Yikes! She really
Yeah, I got my Kuching, my bootleg Kuching right over there, and right next to my bootleg, right next to my bootleg Paimon and my bootleg Amber. I got a significant amount. Significant. I have a large amount of bootleg Genshin merch.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
It's not my name. My name's not So Young.
The
It's a
Liu
different guy.
Sing always repay their debts. And
That's
ever
like more of a
since,
Korean name,
our
right?
eyes see far and our reach is long.
Like So Young would be like a Korean name, right?
Name your price. You deserve that much.
$19 Fortnite card. I
Whoa.
don't even play Fortnite. Actually, get to like uh sex with this woman. This not her, not Madam Ping. This one, Madam Ping. Madam Ping can watch. If she wants, she can watch. We got a chair for her. We got a chair in the corner for her. Don't worry. I say that during this
Could you
part.
help me put up some missing person posters?
What? Have I talked before? Have I ever spoken before? Well, Princess, you heard what they said. Princess. Oh, Princess. You wouldn't want this. You wouldn't want to disobey a government order, Prince. You wouldn't want to disobey a government order, Princess. I mean, is this funny? Would this be? Is this funny if I'm like short? Oh, Princess. Oh, Princess. What is? Yeah, I'm done with that. I can't keep that up. Shitto.
Ah, Rex Lapis. Rex Lapis. Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
I like the way this guy thinks. Yeah, that's my guy right there. What are you thinking? Yinger?
I think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it.
Man, that's a child. I'm gonna screenshot that. I'm posting. I'm saving it for the Google Docky, lady. Wait, how do I? Oh yeah, it doesn't let me. Hold on. I gotta open up. Actually, I gotta manually open the screenshot tab. Hold on a second. F nipping tool. I gotta make sure I save this. Leviathans are coming for you. We need to protect our. Okay, no, that's not it. Hold on. I can do this better. I get the whole dialogue in there. Oy, oy, what a dialogue! What was that? Like the don't like the funya, whatever it was. Hoya hoya, what a dialogue! Where did I put this? Don't I have a game folder somewhere? I have like an S like a oh video game. Okay, there we go. Say I'm just gonna title it like Genshin 1 for the Google Docky. Okay.
But it
Continue.
seems as if those perfumes, well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
What are you stroking?
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what shape shall our relationship take from now on?
Rhombus. Also, I'm dying. I should probably take care of that at some point. An immortal like Shape Snatch. The card's an immortal type what was like Duels of the Roses, I think? I think that's where the immortal types were in. That's the game they were in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was trying to get to my... You see, I'm currently not in good health and I need some food. Should I just get a healer on this? I think I know I am the healer. Let's just get some food. That's not the right button. I was at the right button. I mean. That's also not the right. It's a completely different button. That's how am I so far off from this? There we go. Okay. I guess I could eat one of these. I lost most of my food from that battle. All right. If I go into a cutscene, will I stop healing? I don't want to die. Is the thing. Oh, I can talk to these guys. Okay, I guess I can.
Why, you.
Trying to look
Were
cool
you just
earlier.
trying to look cool
Oh,
earlier?
she's
Or are
talking.
you
Okay,
really that
they were all
selfish?
talking. Why am I?
If you were looking for someone, you could have just told me that in private.
Yeah, I told you I was. Never mind. Never mind.
The cleanup of the premises, managing the crowds as they exit, making an account of the rite. There's much that remains to be done. I didn't miss anything, did I?
Oh, you totally did. You should think about that all night, actually.
Roping you in was possibly the most masterful move we could have made. I believe that future generations will say so too when our deeds come up for their review.
Like, I don't know how to say this, but she feels like if in any other video game, if I someone like this came up, I would assume that they're like a streamer guest star. Like this is like a VTuber or something, and they're getting like some like guest voicing role. I'd be like, oh, that's cool that they got like a voicing role in this game, but they're not. I'm pretty sure she's a professional voice actress. I don't mean that to say she's bad. She just sounds like for some reason she has the vibe of someone who's like a guest streamer who came on to do voice acting. Something about her like inflection. I don't know.
Hey, Zhongli!
New sponsorship opportunity with Hello. What are you talking about? Is that like a general thing or I think this is just a general. Oh, it's saying you can apply for a sponsorship. I wanted the satisfaction of being able to say, haha, no. I don't want to go groveling to someone for a sponsorship.
Look at this!
Because I could go groveling to them and then say no, but that's not satisfying at all. That's like really pathetic. They probably could be funny, but I'm not funny enough to pull something like that off.
And here you are looking all relaxed.
Well, what is he supposed to be doing?
Why would I not
All he
After
needs to do
raising
now
the
is
burden I
move away to
assumed for
Mexico.
3,700 years.
Do you know how much tax fraud this man has probably committed? A lot. The LRS, the Leeway Revenue Service, are breathing down this guy's throat or neck, both. Breathing down someone's throat feels actually that's actually a terrifying concept. That's what the LRS are doing to this guy. He had to fake his own death. It's actually a tax thing.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal
Kiosk?
at the Shinya kiosk.
At a kiosk. Not like a restaurant, a kiosk. After all I go through, you treat me to food at like a hot dog stand? Really?
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Shinyue kiosk.
Wait, it's not
Are
like
you
a
sure you can afford it?
what? Isn't a kiosk is like a food stand, right? That's not like a fancy thing, right? It's not like or is this kiosk mean something else?
You're right. I do like the Mora.
What if someone overheard this? This is this is like the thing in like this the Spider-Man movies also had this where like they just go in public and they just say he just talks about like with Mary Jane about like yeah so I was doing Spider-Man stuff and then the Green Goblin came out. They give one person overheard them, they'd be like, oh, is that guy Spider-Man? Hey, it's that guy. It's that guy over there. It's the guy Spider-Man. If one of these people was like, hey, I wonder what Zhang Li's talking about over there. Like, oh, that guy's Rex Lapis. Oh, hey guys, he's alive. He's right over there. Like, if one person thought to listen in at this point, like, say, hey, I wonder what the Traveler is talking to Zhang Li about, the entire thing falls apart. I would more. Who is Morax?
Lapis Morax. I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
Is Morax his name?
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. You didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more
So
as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
it's good. That's really good. That's fantastic. That's amazing. But okay, imagine the economic turmoil you would cause by just making up money whenever you want to buy something. Like it's probably not that big of a deal if you're only buying small stuff. But if you want to make a significant purchase, like if you're spending like a lot of money, I don't want to give an exact amount because I don't like the currency in this game is kind of crazy. Like the amount things cost, like probably like billions of more or whatever. If you're going out and you're spending like millions of coins somewhere and you just make a million coins and just add that to the economy, like that's gonna cause some serious problems if you're just doing that. You think that like so the god of contracts and like this guy is like so in tune with commerce would understand you can't just make money out of nowhere. Even if you can, you probably shouldn't. Like, you probably shouldn't. I mean, there's probably some cases where you could use some, I don't know, maybe some more money in circulation, but I don't know.
Well, we were only spending Fatui money. You don't have to
Good
see it
point.
like that. In the City of Commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives.
Exchange lives. Also, that's a great way to. When I bought that Funko Pop, I wasn't just exchanging money for goods. I was exchanging knowledge, memories, and foresight, as well as positions, roles, and lives. And then I put the Funko Pop in a jar.
The Archon Morax life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people. I must thank you for that.
Yeah, if one person overheard this, it's either he's gonna assume this person's crazy and like okay, that's the thing. Like with Spider-Man, I feel like someone could overhear that and assume that it's like, yeah, this guy's lying to this chick and telling her here she's Spider-Man. Is what a dweeb. I hear that all the time. Somebody's like, oh yeah, man, I'm totally Spider-Man. I'm totally Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm totally cool. Yeah, I'm doing Spider-Man stuff. With this, it's like, yeah, like I don't think this guy's like this is just some random delusional guy. This guy's pretty significant. I feel like I guess this guy's the
I will
dragon.
treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
Like both are a stretch. Like both would be a stretch to assume are like nonsense. I feel.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the seven.
What's like some franchise that doesn't like
Continuing that
SpongeBob?
journey may be
There we go.
difficult.
That's a
The
journey.
nation's bravest
SpongeBob
search for
and The
the sea is
Simpsons.
presently closed.
Inazuma 11. Yeah, SpongeBob and The Simpsons are journeys that don't have ends. One Piece, I guess. I mean, we're getting close to the end, but so long as it's not over yet, I can still say it's a journey that has no end because it hasn't ended yet. It's been going on for a while. Closed.
The nation has been closed by order of its deity.
Hatsune Miku.
The Electro Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
Oh, the demon? Like the demon? Ball? Huh. Okay.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before. Raiden?
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
Riding Shogun. Riding Cowboy. Inazuma Shogunate.
Said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year.
I don't think I was here last year. Was I?
Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
So I assume probably like maybe in the time period of China this is trying to replicate. I assume Japan was probably going through an isolationist phase, and that's probably what they're referencing here.
It's because of visions.
Schizophrenia.
Visions?
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Wait, are they saying that like Japan in this setting got so jealous of China and their super magical powers? They're like, we're closing down, we're not letting anyone in here.
But
That'd be
if a
really
person
funny.
shows true strength of will
That'd be
in a
very
desperate
funny.
and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. This is what visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
All right.
That's how people in Tibet see it.
So that's like the continent, right?
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt Decree.
Vision Hunt Decree?
Yes, it was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
So like they want to like take the powers away from people, or are they just like kidnapping anyone who has superpowers? Is it like Days of Future Past over there? Is that what's going on here? They have sentinels.
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because
They like
the
mark
gods
everyone with the letter
exist
M.
that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Like they got mark it. Well, it'd be the letter, like the letter V. Like, you got to mark it with the letter V for vision. But that would infringe. That'd be like like the boys, wouldn't it? Like what was it called? Something V. I don't remember. It's been a while since I read the comic. I don't think I ever finished it. I got really far in the boys comic, but I didn't finish it.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm. The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
So does she not know that you're not dead?
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people. 7 ideals for 7 gods. And of these, eternity is nearest unto the heavenly principles.
So it's like they all have different so it's like My Little Pony where they have all the elements of harmony. What were they? Okay, what were they again? Let's just see if I can. Like there was magic, loyalty, uh, honesty, generosity. What was it like laughter? And magic. There was 6. Yeah, it was laughter and magic. So that was all of them. I'm pretty sure. It wasn't. It's the main 6, right? I don't know if I could tell you exactly who has all. I'm pretty sure like did I say magic first? So Applejack was honesty, Pinkie Pie was laughter, Rainbow Dash was loyalty, Rarity was generosity. I think Fluttershy was kindness, and Twilight was magic. Right? Do I still got it after all these years? I think I still got it after all these years. I think I still got it.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Oh God, about the trial.
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know. That said, the reason why the Chising were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead. I hinted as much to the Adepti as well.
There's gonna be like a contingent of people. Like you gotta release the. You gotta release. Hold on. Okay, are we back? I think we're back. I kicked. I was trying to get more comfortable, and I think I unplugged my microphone. So there's a good possibility it switched microphones now, but I don't think it did. I don't think it did.
How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly?
I'm pretty sure we're good.
Known as gifting.
It's like your microphone it has been like is not receiving audio, but it hasn't been muted or something along those lines.
All right then. Was there anything else you wished to?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Child.
Which is awesome. I guess he does have some consequences for this, and that everyone sees him as a villain now, and everyone just reviles him, and now everyone's gonna hate him for the rest of his life.
These are indeed false accusations.
No.
But it remains undeniably true that Child did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Chising from defeating the ancient god.
All right, yeah. Wait, was the original accusation that he killed you?
I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
Hell yeah. What about the Fartui? Got him.
If it were not for
Got him.
Child's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now.
What about his execution?
All right then. Was there anything else you?
I don't care if people are like, but I want it to be a public execution, and I want to be there.
Is there for Liyue?
I don't want to see a cutscene. I want to be there, man. I want to be there.
Kuching is absolutely right in saying this.
Oh.
Now, though I did laud Ningguang's desire for power, believing this to be a good thing, and thought as a matter of course that she must have been behind the Qixing's plan to take governing power over Liyue from the hands of the gods and Adepti, could the original person who brought up the idea of seizing power have been... All right then. Was there
So
anything else
he's saying that that it was actually Ku Ching who was like, "Hey, we gotta take over." About Mora.
That's right. Zhongli, now that you don't have your gnosis, what's going to happen to all the more into that?
Oh, so all of the money came from this guy's magic doohickey. Yeah, that's
Morax is dead. Are they all just gonna disappear?
or are we saying that he's so powerful that he can create matter from nothing, and even without the magic thing that made it, it still exists. It's not like the stuff only exists when the magic artifact exists. Well, I guess it still exists, I guess.
Also, isn't the Golden House the only mint in the entire continent? Will it even continue to work?
The Mora present now will not vanish. But the Golden House will indeed have to cease operations for a lengthy period of time, since creating Mora requires the use of the Geo Archon's power.
That's a very interesting piece of lore. That like a divine being has to make your currency for you, and I guess that makes sense, and that's why the currency has inherent value because it comes from a deity. Like I guess it's probably about as good as a gold backing, right? Maybe not. I'd assume so. If it comes from divine origin, you'd assume it'd have some sort of like inherent value to it.
This is terrible! We're all about to run out of Mora! The world is coming to an end!
Yes, this is indeed a major issue from a financial standpoint.
So maybe you shouldn't have given the infinite moneymaker to. It's fine. It's probably fine.
Well, I suppose we'll just leave such troublesome matters to the Liyue Qixing to debate.
They're going to go off the gold standard, I guess, and they're going to start they're going to go to like, just,
Then,
it'll work great. It'll work great.
aside for yourself?
Oh, a private fund. This does seem like a good, logical, common sense idea. It's a shame.
What's a shame?
It's a shame that I didn't think of it at the time.
I like this guy.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish? Well,
Yeah, we're good.
I suppose you'll...
So we're gonna go to Japan. We're gonna go to Japan, I guess. I have no idea how we're supposed to get there. It's actually like really far. It's like the only place that you can't just walk to. Everywhere else you can just walk to at any point, except for Inazuma 11. Wait, so I can get a teapot now? That'd be pretty cool. Or so one thing that happened to me, not to me, I guess it was kind of to me. So okay, so I went with a friend. I picked up a friend and we drove to the we drove to a mall to get because they have a Hololive Justice Beard Papa collab. It was available at Beard Papa in America, and there was one at a mall, relatively nearby. So I went there with a friend. I picked her up. We drove over there, and we got the Beard Papa. They're cream puffs. There were Hololive cream puffs, and I've shot there before quite a few times. I go there pretty like every time I go to that mall. I get the cream puffs, and so since they had a collab, like I've already gotten like a bunch of stuff from them, and then Hololive fan. So I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. So I go there, and I'm wearing a Yatogami Fuma shirt. and a Petra Gurin, like the Luwood, like a bucket cap that I bought at a Niji convention. It wasn't necessarily a Niji convention. It was an anime convention that happened to have like Niji guests there. So stop moaning! God damn it! So I was wearing that, and we go up to the cream puff place. We get the cream puffs. We get like a pack of 4. Apparently, currently I don't know if it's still probably still right now. The the collab entails there's 4 different flavors, for each of the Justice members. And if you get a pack of 4, you get a set of 4 stickers. That's the original, that's the first deal. And apparently later on, they're going to start selling keychains and or acrylic stands. I'm pretty sure it's just keychains, maybe like badges or something. But that happens like a month or 2 from now when they start actually rolling that out with like the larger packages. So we went there and they just have the stickers. So we got a pack of 4, we got the stickers. And there was a bunch of people dressed up in Hololive gear. Some of them were like cosplayers. There was like I think there was like a CC cosplayer and there was a Raura cosplayer, Raura. And the Raura cosplayer approached me and she's like, "Hey, I like your shirt. Who's that VTuber?" Which I thought was kind of funny because it's a Hololive VTuber technically. He's like Uproar. So like, yeah, it's Yatogami Fuma. He's from Uproar, and there's a slight possibility that I said it was Fushimi Gaku. I'm pretty sure I said Yatogami Fuma. I'm pretty sure, but there's a slight chance that my brain like messed up and I said, "Oh yeah, that's yeah, it's Fushimi Gaku from Hollow Stars Uproar," which would have been humiliating, but. And it's like, "Oh, what's your hat from?" And I'm like, "Oh god." Like, "Yeah, it's a Petra hat." And I could kind of see her like visibly deflate, like, "Oh." And then she like walked back to the group she was in. Like, "Oh. I'm gonna leave now. Thanks." uh, anyways, I think the Elizabeth one was the best cream puff. They were all good. They were all very good. But I think the Elizabeth one was the best. It was really good. Um, So I ended up giving my friend I was the offer originally was I was saying we could like split them 50-50, like the stickers. But she was like, "Nah, I couldn't take any like since I paid for the cream puffs, so she didn't want to take any of them." And I was like, "Nah, I just take one at least. Just take one." She took the CC one. I'm like, "Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I just want the Elizabeth one mainly." So and I grabbed those and when I got home, I found out that I lost the Elizabeth sticker somewhere along the line. So I only have the Gigi and Raura stickers, which is still good, but yeah, the one I wanted the most is the Elizabeth one. I lost that one somehow, which is pretty sad. Did I have enough to? I should probably do some polls. So also at some point when I was like we're walking around, um, I opened Pokemon Go because I started playing that again. So I think it's because like I watched like a bunch of the reviews of Z to A. I think this happened when Sword and Shield came out too. I'm pretty sure maybe Scarlet and Violet too. But like watching all those videos, like like it got me back in the mood for Pokemon stuff. And I thought I could just play Pokemon Go again because it's like an easy enough game to play, and they have like all the Pokemon. All right, now what? Yeah, I was gonna wish. So I open up Pokemon Go it's nice to be able to like play it in like these like big places because there's a ton of like stops everywhere. There's usually a lot more Pokemon. People use like a lot of like lures and everything. So it's usually you get a lot of stuff for going there. And so I pull up the game, and it's only Piplup. It's only Piplups, like everywhere. There's only Piplups in the area. I'm I'm very confused by this. I turn to my friend and say, "Look, there's only Piplups here. The entire map is just full of Piplups." And I look up and I see this guy like not that far away from me, and I notice that he has a backpack that's designed to look like the egg incubator from Pokemon Go. So first, like that's I'm still pretty seeing that also made me really happy because like just seeing someone else who's like happened to also be like passionate about the game. I don't know, that made me just seeing that made me really happy. But it gave me like a flash of the 2016 vibe where everyone was just kind of out there playing the game together. It was a nice flash of that. But I also noticed that he had a Piplup keychain. He had a Piplup keychain, a little plushy keychain. I don't know how, but I think that guy somehow caused the Piplup invasion. That guy is so powerful that he caused the world to be taken over by Piplups for a short period of time. I caught 4 shiny Piplups that day. 4 of them. I transferred a lot of them because they all like terrible stats. I kept the one with the best stats, but 4 shiny Piplups. I caught a lot of them, but 4 of them were shiny, which I thought was pretty crazy. What are the options here? We have Tiger Lady, Cow Lady, who is apparently supposed to be plus sized. This is what they consider plus sized. I kind of like the Tiger Lady. It doesn't really matter that much because I'm not getting either of them, you know? Like why spend so much time thinking about which character I want more when I'm not going to get the character, you know? One last one. Well, not last one because you have the other stuff to go through. That's not a slingshot. That's not a slingshot. I'm not an expert on slingshots, but that's not a slingshot. We can get one of these. That could be good. We can get 2 of these actually. Stardust Exchange. Let's get one of these. Yeah, we could do 3 more pulls. We got nothing. I'm not expecting anything at all. I'm not just saying that. I'm not just saying that. I was just saying it. Yes. Yeah. Splendid. We got one more. Magic guide. Imagine a fight. The idea of fighting someone with a guide on how to use magic. I don't know. That's like imagine pulling out like a how like magic for dummies and then using that as like an encode like a spell book. I don't know that's pretty funny. You gotta admit that's pretty funny. If someone just pulling out magic for dummies and casting fireball and just instantly killing you. Let's rank up gun lady. There we go. Gun woman. Constitution. When the active character with the coordinated tactic status, not including Chevreuse herself, triggers the overload reaction, they will recover 6 energy. I don't know what that means. When the character with the coordinated tactic status triggers the overloaded reaction. So I'm guessing that's like a status buff that she gives to her teammates, and I don't know what the overloaded reaction is. I like look at her abilities. Okay. Quickly shoulders her musket and fires at her opponents dealing AoE pyro damage. For a short duration after Chevy Chase fires a shot, she will continuously restore HP to your active character on the field. The amount healed is based on their max HP, or her max HP. Hold to fire in a different fashion. Huh. Entering aiming mode, locking on a target in her sights to fire a precise interdiction shot. That you made that word up. If Chevy Chase has an overcharged ball, don't we all sometimes? Then she will fire the overcharged ball instead, dealing greater pyro damage in a larger area. Chevy Chase gains 10 overcharged balls every time a nearby character in the party triggers an overloaded reaction. I don't know what an overloaded reaction is. You can have up to one overcharged ball at a time. Periodically, after Chevy Chase's short-range rapid interdiction fire hits, a surging blade will be called forth that deals Osea-aligned pyro damage. They use a lot of like fancy words for these things that I feel like they could like have some problem-solving card text here. You know what I mean? Problem-solving talent text. Chevy Chase fires an explosive grenade at opponents with her musket, dealing AoE pyro damage. After the projectiles hit, it will split into many secondary explosive shells. Does that have anything to do with the overloaded status? When all party members are Pyro and Electro characters, and there is at least one Pyro and one Electro character each in the party, Chevy Chase grants coordinated tactics to nearby party members. After a character triggers the overloaded reaction, the Pyro and Electro resistance of the opponent affected by this overload reaction will decrease by 40% for 6 seconds. Okay, alright. Okay, so you have to have it. She's built for having a team that's entirely Pyro and Electro. In that case, so the overloaded status is when you mix fire and electric. Yeah, if you have like a entirely fire and electric team, you can use her to uh boost the synergy and continuously deal more damage. And what did her constellation do again? Now that I have that context, I should probably look at that again to get a better idea of what I actually gained from that constellation. When an active character with the coordinated tactics status triggers the overloaded reaction, they recover 6 energy. I guess that's pretty good, right? Is energy like stamina, or are they different? Is energy like charge for a special, or is energy like is this energy? Like, am I using energy right now? That's the question. What's that notification? Oh, it's Duolingo. The hell was that? Oh man, I got a Vitae ramen thing.
Hey, there's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
Everything's strange here. I made a tweet. I made a few tweets, like 2 tweets about this. I'm gonna complain about it again. So I ordered some. So Vitae Ramen is a ramen company that collabs with VTubers. They've collabed with Onigiri, Zentreya, Doki Bird, Girl DM, Tomoe, uh, Mako Sameshima.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
I said Onigiri already. That's like all the ones I can think of on top of my head. And they also did a collab with Kiara from November to December of 2024. And I ordered a ramen set from them from with this collab, a KFP ramen set from them in December of 2024. It was supposed to arrive in like June of 2025. It didn't. It got delayed due to tariffs. And you might think, oh well, that makes sense. However, um, you see, I live in America, and allegedly, if you look at the Vite Ramen, like the description for their company on their Twitter account, it says they are an American-based company, and they proudly manufacture things in America. I don't know if they might not say that. They just say they're an American-based company. I think they say something to that extent, maybe not necessarily, not as uh certain. It's not as like a definitive made in America necessarily, but so it's something along those lines. Like maybe like it's like might be like made in America, something along those lines. So you'd think um so I say it's probably not definitive because my assumption is they must make their stuff in China or some other country, like maybe Indonesia, Bangladesh, or whatnot. And then they just get all the materials from there and just get everything like made there for the most part. And they just come over here and do some like final touches to stuff to say like, oh, it's made in America, when technically everything's really, it's more like assembled in America or whatever. That'd be my guess. Because there's no other reason why they would delay a product for 7 months due to tariffs if it's made in America, Which I guess you could say like, oh, they didn't have the materials for it. I don't know, whatever. Point is, they made me wait 7 extra months, and all they got I didn't get like a refund or anything. All I got from it was some points for their stupid ramen company to like buy more things, and I don't know how much the points are actually worth, but it's probably not much. It's like 1,000 or some points, but that could be like worth like $5. So that alone, I don't know if I can convey just how frustrating it is to have something delayed 7 months, over a year. I've had to wait for this thing, and it's like I found out like I actually looked at the stuff recently because it's like buried in my shop account because it's been over a year since I bought this stuff.
Hey, there's something strange over there.
Shut up! Stop talking!
Let's
Stop
take a look.
talking! You might not even hear this person. I sound crazy if you can't hear this, what she's saying. My guess is either like the audio for the game is like blaring and you can't hear a word I'm saying, or it's nothing and it's just me talking the whole time. I'd prefer it to be the latter, honestly, because me talking is the most important part of this. So I actually looked at the order, and at first I assumed like because I paid like $140 for this set of ramen stuff, and I thought, okay, so I'm probably getting like, if it's that much, I think I got the knife because there's like their big thing is they sell knives. But if for that amount of money, I probably got the knife set. I don't remember. I look at it and no, I did not get the knife set. $140 does not include the fancy knife. That'd probably be like $1,000 or something, knowing them. But not only did I realize I didn't get the knife because I don't really care about that. I didn't really want the knife anyways. It's a ramen set. Why would I need a knife for ramen in anyways? Like why would that be included in the set? Like what purpose is a knife if you're making instant ramen? I don't understand that. This seems weird. But anyways, one thing I noticed that is lacking from the ramen set, that is quite baffling, is it doesn't come with noodles. Let that sink in for a second. A set of like a ramen bowl, like some type of like a like recipe book for maybe like making like ramen stuff for things you can do with the powder or whatnot. Shut up. Like maybe like a recipe book. I think there's like an apron in there, maybe like a hat or something. I don't remember. Like chopsticks. It's like a bowl, chopsticks, ramen powder, a poster, a little booklet, and like maybe like a hat or an apron or something. That's like pretty much all it is. And it took them like again it delayed 7 months, which keep that in mind again. It doesn't come with ramen noodles.
Jean will be upset if she catches us lazing around like this.
$140 for like a bowl, some chopsticks, some ramen packets, like a little like cute little like ingredient, like not ingredient, like some type of, like a cute little like a KFP instruction manual, like a poster. They like cheap. A lot of like not something you'd assume would be $140. Like you could go to a store and buy like a ramen bowl with like chopsticks for like a fraction of that price. It doesn't come with noodles. You don't get noodles. You get only six packets of ramen powder and no noodles. You'd have to buy the noodles separately. They don't come with the ramen set. The ramen noodles don't come with the ramen set. They expect you to buy the ramen noodles separately for a purchase that's already $140. They don't give you the ramen noodles for the ramen set. You have to. Here's the part where we're building up to. For six packets of their instant ramen noodles, they expect you to pay about $50. $50 for instant ramen noodles. I did not buy them, of course, because you can buy ramen noodles at like any store for about $1. You could get like a pack of like 20 things of ramen and just throw away the seasoning packets and use those noodles for a fraction of the price that it would cost you to buy 6 packets of instant ramen noodles from this stupid garbage company. Like, I can't even fathom that. And also, they sent me an email at some point. The only reason I found out this stuff is even shipping, like it was even kind of like ready to maybe come out sometime soon, is because they sent out a tweet. They didn't send out an email. They sent out a tweet. I only found the tweet because I Google image searched KFP ramen to see if anyone had actually received their packages yet. Like if I was getting like singled out or something, or if anyone actually received it, or if I was just really unlucky. And they happened to make a tweet saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, we're starting to ship it out." And that was like over a month ago. That was like 2 months ago. Maybe like closer to 3 months ago now. Yeah, close to like 3 months ago, maybe okay 2 or 3 months. I don't know. It was either so it was December, like 2 months ago. 2 months ago, I think. Like 2 months ago when they said that. I still don't have it, which is fantastic. Which is just fantastic. Yeah, so at some point they sent me an email. They didn't send me an email about my purchase that I purchased over a year ago, actually like getting ready to be sent out. But they sent me an email that they lost like $200,000 or something in product in their powder because they're so stupid and bad at their job and bad at everything and incompetent and also bad that like they didn't properly store like barrels of their like powder stuff, and it all went bad and they had to throw all of it out. And they sent an email to me about this. Like this had nothing to do with my order. Just an email saying, "Oh yeah, by the way, we also lost like hundreds of thousands of dollars due to sheer incompetence. Feel bad for me or something." Like, I think that was like I saw an email like recently saying that like that order is also got like insanely delayed, and they're only maybe starting to like kind of recoup from that and get that into production now. So they just screw up everything because they suck. What else was it? Oh yeah, all it was supposed my stuff was supposed to arrive last Thursday because it said like your stuff is ready for shipment like a bunch of times. It's constantly told me it was ready to deliver on Thursday, and I was so excited because I'd waited like 13 months at this point, and I was so excited to finally just be done with it and have my stuff, and then never buy from them ever again, never look at them, never consider them. Or maybe I'd probably tell people never to buy from them ever again at that point even. But I spent my day working. I actually worked 2 hours of overtime that day, so it was like a 10-hour work day. Um, so the entire time I'm checking my phone, thinking, okay, when am I going to get the delivered notification? When am I going to get something saying that my product I've waited for 13 months for is finally going to arrive at my doorstep, and I can finally just put this all behind me?
Hey, there's something strange
And
over there.
it gets keeps
Come
getting
on, let's
later,
take a look.
keeps getting later in the day, and later in the day, and later in the day. I never receive it. I never receive a notification. Nothing. Not any sort of notification from in any capacity that I received it. And I'm like, okay, I'm not surprised because they're just awful at everything. And they've screwed me over in like every single turn of this. And they've proven themselves to just be terrible at everything, as I've already said before. So I wasn't too surprised. And I checked the tracking for it to see, okay, because it said it was in California, and I'm a distance away from California. I'm fairly. Shut up. So because it was in California like a few days ago, and you think, okay, if it's in transit like you said it was, surely it's not in California anymore. And it still said it was in California, so that. But I don't know how much I trust the tracking on that. I'd like to assume that because I've had times where the tracking has like said something was in like Japan when I ordered some like Niji puppets, and it was actually like in my state, like it was like very close to where I was, but it still said it was in Tokyo for a while. So that's maybe not entirely accurate. However, um, okay, so it was supposed to arrive last Thursday, and then on last Thursday, I checked the status. It got delayed a week. They delayed it by another week after delaying it for 7 months. They delayed it another week,
There's something strange over there. Come on, let's take a look.
and now they say it's going to arrive next Thursday. Do you think I trust them at this point? I do not trust them at all. I do not trust them to deliver my ramen next Thursday. I feel like next Thursday they're going to say next Thursday, and they're just going to continue doing that for a while. They're just going to continue saying next Thursday, trust me next Thursday, trust me next Thursday. And I don't know, maybe at the end they're going to say actually we ran out of it, we don't have any more of them. We sold it, we lost some in transit. We had to something's going to happen or whatever, and they're going to be like sorry, we can't get it to you. Sorry, you're just not going to get it. Lol. Something I, I don't trust them in any capacity. I do not trust them. I do not I would not be surprised if somehow like through some level of sheer incompetence they just do not deliver me my product that I've waited for over a year for and paid over $100 for. That's that's way too much time and money for something for what it is. Like this had better be the best ramen I've ever had in my entire life, or I'm gonna be so upset. I'm gonna be so mad. I'm already mad anyways, but if it's not like at least good tasting, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm gonna be so upset. I hope that
upset if she catches us lazing around like
I
this.
deeply hope that with how badly they handled that situation, they never get a Hololive collab ever again. Out of sheer spite, they don't deserve it. They don't deserve it. If Cover gives them another chance with that after everything they did, after how badly they screwed up this whole situation, then Cover is like financially incompetent. They do not deserve a second chance. Like just say like put them on like do not like receive emails from them or like, block them on all sites and just never talk to them ever again. Like ditch them. They're no good. They're no good for you, homeboy. They're no good for you. They ain't no good for you. Anyways, it's been 2 hours. I'm gonna go like eat some chocolate or something. All right. All right. All right. See ya. See ya.